Hello everyone and welcome back to the Emperor BTC channel. Today's video is a market update video. BTC has made a new all-time high followed by a sharp drop to 118k. So let's dive into the charts and see what comes next. Quickly, we can just gloss over this price action where we had the deviation at this range low. We flipped back inside the range, had some bullish order flow which supported price, and then we completed the range extreme to range extreme that we've talked about so often on the channel. Obviously, as you can see on the chart, and I'm sure your own charts if you're paying attention, that we got into this range high and we have sharply rejected away from it. We had a naked point of control in this area which did not do anything for price, and then even this SNR level within the range and mid-range point has been cut through like a hot knife through butter. This is one reason why sometimes it's best to not put blind bids at levels. So example, some people probably would have thought that this would have been a good area to buy, and of course if your trading system suggests that it is, it's okay to take losses, it's a part of trading, but waiting for additional confirmation, whether it's price action or volume, or even if you're using another tool like Exo charts, that might help you to confirm that there's actually interest at the level you are looking at. And you can see, even as I'm going through, the price is still showing a willingness to go lower. And I do think that we should find some support at the range lows and in this lower time frame key SNR level. So hopefully we'll get in there. On the lower time frame, we might see some buyers start to step in. These sort of drops in the moment seem extremely significant, and they are, but they've occurred on many occasions. You just need to be able to identify where the opportunity is in the moment. So just even on first glance, this at the time was probably a sharp drop, as was this one. A lot of people here were claiming that this was the beginning of the end. Of course, if you watched our videos, you know we were at the contrary. We were bullish down here, we bought here, we added along the way, we even called a retracement in around the naked point of control. We got the flip back inside, and we've been pretty spot on right up to the key core concept of deviation from one range extreme to the other. So as of the moment, it's really likely I will let the dust settle and see what happens next. And I do think this is one of them dips that there is opportunity inside. So really, I'm mainly watching for this level. If we lose this level and we lose it aggressively, again, I'm not going to stand in front of a speeding train and do any of the famous knife catching. I'll just wait at these levels and see how price reacts, because this is quite an aggressive rejection. And we'll quickly have a look at ETH. If you head to the 1 hour time frame, you'll see that we had this kind of slow, choppy grind up. And this was kind of a clear sign of a slowing down in buying momentum as we approached all-time highs. And I actually think that there's some massive opportunity here. And I would love an opportunity to get into another position in around this level, or even better if we break down even further into this key SNR level that is quite significant on the higher time frames that we've never actually really got down into. We had this consolidation above, and then we could see it continue to the upside. But I imagine there was massive amounts of leveraged longs the whole way up here, and there's probably been a significant flush in the last couple of hours or so. But this was very much a telltale sign, this kind of slow grind, and then we kind of stalled here. So I kind of assumed that this flush was on the way. Of course, I didn't know it was going to be this significant paired with BTC. It's another reason why you need to remember in a bull run, yes, alts will run and there will be a lot of money making opportunities in alts, but you really do need to make sure that you're always paying attention to BTC, because BTC is the king, and if BTC goes down, everything goes down. So don't get too lost in your tickers and your altcoins and your shit coins and your community coins. Make sure that you're always charting BTC first before scouting for them secondary options in the market. So Ethereum is very strong. It's even strong on the current bounce. So it's a no-brainer. If it does get down here, I think it's a massive opportunity. I said that in a video recently. I do think a new all-time high is still inevitable. But as I said in the other video, between point A and point B, there's a lot of price action to be printed. So we were this close to all-time highs, and just because we haven't reached it yet doesn't mean that we might not reach it in the next couple of days or in the next couple of weeks, but that's just the way of trading. So even just to go back to BTC and even drop down to let's say the 15-minute time frame, we really want to see what happens now on the bounce. Do we get a sharp mean reversion, which is completely possible, that we just get back up here, maybe even flip back on, start to get some momentum, and this was just a really solid flush out? Or do we come up and reject at one of this key SNR level? If this happens, well, then we'll start to see maybe some of them opportunities like we said on ETH. If BTC rejects and heads down towards 116k, we might see some opportunity on ETH like the one we had here. I know the chart is messy, but this would be a solid entry. So that is pretty much all for today's market update video. My advice would be to not panic and not make any drastic decisions. Wait, mark your levels out, look for strong zones, and then when price does reach them zones, get down onto a lower time frame and see how price is reacting within that zone before making any decisions. So before we wrap up today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of the channel, Bybit. If you sign up using the link in the description, you can receive up to $600 in bonuses. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and a comment, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.